Hello, I am coming to you live on Thursday, the 13th. And I'm doing this tonight because I am very excited 2 weeks in to 2022, and I am sticking to one of my big goals, which is getting back into being more fit and healthy. So one of my goals, in fact, I did a vision board training to kick off the year. I did actually two of them, and I shared my vision board with the people who attended the training. And so one of my big goals was health related, health and fitness related. And one of my actions that was inspired by that goal was to exercise 5 times a week, because I've really gotten out of the whole exercise habit. Well, I mean, I've done some exercise, but it hasn't been intense. And if you really want to get toned and lean out your body, then you kind of need to be a little more serious about your exercise. And proof is in the pudding, because I am sore, so very sore. So this past week, I've done 4 workouts. So it's Thursday, and I've done a workout every day. So I'm 5 times a week. I'll work out tomorrow, and I'll hit my goal of the week. But I'm also want to do some yoga ninja tricks. I want to learn some tricks. So that takes practice. So I'm incorporating that into the mix as well. So I'm quite active, and I'm really making it a priority, scheduling it in, making sure, because before I would I'm going to exercise today, and then it would go by the wayside. So I wanted to report in and see, hey, do you have desires that you've written down for the year? Do you have a vision you're working towards, a future vision? And if you don't, and you missed my workshop because I did some training as to why visions are so important and why people don't do them, and the mistakes people make, and my tips on how to make it fun and easy. If you missed that workshop, then I do have a recording that, if you're interested, then just email me. I think I have a thing that I can tell you. Just send an email to this email address, admin@notyouraverage-grandma.com, and I will send you the link. The link for the replay, we're going to leave up until Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern. So it's 90 minutes, about 90 minutes long. There's some Q&A at the end from people who are there live. So the actual training itself is 90 minutes. So if you're interested, email me there and just say vision board training. You can title the email vision board training. That way I know what you want. Totally free. And I've had so many people send me thank you. And one woman wrote me and said that she has already booked 2 trips based on being inspired by the vision board training. So I thought that was so cool. I so appreciate it when people reach out to me and tell me that their life was impacted in a positive way. They benefited from that. So I love that so much. So thank you for doing that. And if you do send me a request to get the replay, make sure you watch it before Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And please, 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 let me know what you think. Let me know if it helped you. So that's what I wanted to get on here and tell you. The beginning of the year is going well, even considering I had COVID and that I had a huge snowstorm that knocked my power out for 5 days. So give me some obstacles and I will climb over them. So it's been a kind of crazy run of 2022 so far, but I choose to look at it as I'm going into 2022, because I actually got COVID the very, very end, last 29th of December. So I choose to have COVID in last year. That's the COVID can park itself right back in the last year. And by the time the clock struck midnight on the 1st, I was feeling fine. And so, but then the power went out. So now, and then I was like still in quarantine. So my husband and I couldn't go anywhere, but fortunately my daughter had it. So we were able to go to her house and get power. So now we have power back, but we have another storm on the horizon. So I'm just hoping all the trees that knock down power lines are now, nature has cleared the forest, and so no more trees are going to come down. But anyways, if I get another obstacle, I'll just figure a way around it. That's what I choose to believe. And yeah, I will continue to exercise. Nothing's going to get in the way of me being committed to the goal of getting back to my ideal weight and being a healthier me as I enter my birthday month. It's very important. The older I get, I really need to focus on this and make it a priority. So that's what I'm doing. All right. So that's what I wanted to touch. Sorry, you're so sore. You know what? It's a good sore, Michelle. When I was doing the exercises, I was like, oh, how much long is it done yet? But then when you're done, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so I feel so accomplished. And so it's a good sore. It's not a terrible sore. But I will say I do have to use my hands when I get on the toilet. So I kind of put my hands right there on the toilet seat and lower myself easily down. But that's when you got your legs. You did your leg exercises when it's hard to sit on the toilet. So, but that's my struggle today. But it's getting better every day. And next week I'm going to be stronger because I'll have next week 5 workouts under my belt, and then I'll just have to lift. I'll have to go up in weight. You start continuing to challenge your body, and it just feels good. It not only feels good that I'm doing what I said I was going to do, but it just feels good to be the person that I don't know. She left me for a little while and put exercise on a back burner, put health is a priority on the back burner, and it feels good because that's who I am, as somebody who really cares about that stuff. And so I feel like I have myself back in a way. It's so hard to get started, but then once you get started, you have that momentum and you don't want to stop. And so that's what I really like about it. So I feel good about that. Feeling good. All right. So thanks for tuning in. And if you don't have your vision, get your vision on paper, get your desires written down on paper. And I just recorded a podcast that'll be published tomorrow. Not Your Average Lives, if you've not been following my podcast. And it's about exactly what I'm, having a little bit of what I'm just talking about now, but I talk about my word for the year and how important it is, I think, to pick a word for the year, because it helps you when you're aware that you have this word that you're it's kind of like the word guides you. It's kind of like a guiding light to your behavior. So it helps. It's like, you remember that bracelet that people used to wear? What would JD, what would Jesus do? So I remember when I was in middle school, people had that. But it's like, what would future Lori do? What would, how would she behave? And if you have this word that is kind of like a guiding light for you, you're always checking in to say, okay, what's my word? And am I adhering to that? Is that the word? Is Lori abiding by the word that is her word for the year? So I love picking words. And so I share in my podcast episode what my word is. So, all right. So see ya. Bye.